Hello, welcome to Texting Etiquette 101, Part 2. Today we're talking about how sarcasm is confusing. Oh, by the way, if you don't have your notebook to take some notes, go ahead and get that really quickly. And don't forget, you can pause the video at any time to make sure you get everything that I'm trying to say. Okay, so sarcasm can be confusing. It also can cause people's feelings to get hurt very easily. People can get offended. Now you might be thinking, well, that's their problem. Yes and no. You just have to be careful because it's so much harder to understand what people are saying when you can't see their face, you can't hear their expression. So it's very easy to hurt someone's feelings by being sarcastic. So be careful. If it's someone that you know super, super well and you're always sarcastic with them, you know that they're going to understand you and not be hurt, then that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. If you just heard my phone go off, sorry, I'm turning it off right now. Okay. If not, well then, here we go. Carry on. Okay. So, misunderstandings can occur when you use sarcasm, when you are not being serious on the phone. Now, again, I'm not saying you can't ever be sarcastic. Just be careful and very selective of when you use it and who you use it with. Also, if you're sarcastic, people may not understand what you're saying because they may think you're being serious because, again, they can't hear you or see your face. So maybe you're joking around with someone about something and they think that you're being serious. So, like maybe you're joking, you're joking about, I don't know, coming over to your house and they think you're being serious and then they show up at your house the next day. And you would tell them, hey, I was just being sarcastic. Oh, I thought you were serious. Okay, so that's just one little example of a misunderstanding. So be careful about how you use your sarcasm. Make sure if you feel like someone may not fully understand what you're saying, be sure to clarify. Go back, tell them exactly what you do mean in a non-sarcastic way so that you know they understand. Friends won't want to text if they can never tell when you're being serious. Maybe you've even been in that situation. You're never sure if someone's teasing you, if they're being nice to you or mean to you. And so you don't really want to talk to them. You don't really want to text them because you don't know. Maybe they're being a clown, maybe they're not. You don't know. So just be careful about who you play around with and don't only use sarcasm. Vary it up a little bit. You can use sarcasm sometimes, but then know when to be serious. Remember, no one can see your face or hear your voice. Like I've been saying earlier with this whole sarcasm thing, because no one can see your face or hear your voice, they don't really know when you're joking, when you're being serious. Hopefully you would never be mean, but you just don't know. So it's very easy to misunderstand someone. Also, be careful with exclamation points and all caps. When you use a lot of exclamation points, if it's something good or happy, it looks like you're excited. But if it's not something good and happy, it looks like you're yelling, especially all caps. So I'm going to tell you right now, never, ever, ever use a bunch of exclamation points and or all capital caps, by the way, means capital letters, in case you didn't know. Sorry about that. Caps means capital letters. Like here where you have sarcasm is confusing, that's in all caps right there. Sarcasm is confusing, all capital letters. In a text, that can be very confusing because it can look like you're yelling. So with your teacher, never ever use all caps. It's actually very, very rude. Okay, here on the PowerPoint slide, this is not a text, it's just a title, so it's a style. But if you're texting, it's very, very rude. So do not use all caps. If you're excited about something like, oh, Miss Ashley, look at this, and you do 3 exclamation points, that's different because you're showing happiness, emotion. But anything else? Nope. It sounds like it's yelling and it's rude. So now you know. You may not have known that before, but now you do. Okay? Less is more. This is very, very important. Don't write too much. Sometimes you have to write a lot because you're explaining things, and that's different. But when you're writing, don't write an entire book to someone because then they're not really going to want to read it. Also, don't write too many messages. Use the two-text rule. Only send one or two texts at a time. Don't send a bunch in a row. And if you send two of the same texts at a time, people are going to think that you're weird or intense. If you say, like, how are you? How are you? Unless it's a mistake, like somehow your phone glitches and it accidentally sends two, it's really weird, right? If somebody does that twice in a row, two of the same text. It sounds very impatient, a little weird. Wait until the other person texts you back before sending more, because again, it's impatient for you to keep texting, okay? So they may be busy. You have no idea what's going on the other end of the phone. Maybe someone is in dinner and they're not allowed to have their phone with them at dinner. Or maybe they're in the middle of something. Maybe they went to the bathroom. Maybe they're taking a shower. Maybe they're asleep. Whatever's going on, they might be too busy to be able to respond. So just wait until they text you back before sending more. Don't assume that they don't want to text you back, which we'll talk about later. In group chats, allow others to respond. Don't be the only person who responds to things or always the first person. Give other people a chance to talk. A lot of you are in group chats, and you probably do just fine, but don't dominate the conversation. Dominate means you're the only person who talks or you're the person who does the majority of the talking. Give other people a chance to speak as well. If you see someone typing, so that little dot there, or in what's up, it says up at the top, so-and-so is typing. If you see someone typing, let them have the next word. So if you're in a group chat and you see so-and-so is typing, don't type and say what you want to say before they are able to send their text. Wait, let them send it first. If you see someone typing you, it's just a conversation between you and them. Just whatever you might have been about to say, wait until they say their next thing. So wait to see what they have to say. Spamming is unnecessary. Now, some of you may know what spamming is, some of you may not. See that little picture right there where it says hi, 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 hi. That's spamming. Sending the same exact message over and over again. Filling somebody's inbox with that message. Do not write the same thing over and over in order to get a response. It's very, very rude and impatient. We talked about that a little bit earlier, okay? It's rude, it's impatient. Just wait until they can respond to you. Once again, you don't know what's going on the other end of the phone. Don't become offended. Don't assume that they don't want to talk to you. Write 1 to 2 sentences rather than multiple text after text containing 1 or 2 or 3 words each. Don't say, hi, text. How are you? Text. I had a great day. Text. No. Hi, how are you? I had a great day. Send it all in one text, okay? Not a bunch of multiple texts. Some of you, you're famous for that. I hear ding, 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 ding on my phone, and then I look at my phone. It's you guys sending 5 texts when you could have just sent 1, okay? Again, that's not a huge thing, but it is better to just go ahead and type it all out that you want to say and send that 1 text, okay? That's just the slightly more polite way to do it. Remember that your friends could lose the privilege of texting with you if you overdo your texts. So make sure that you are respectful in how you text people. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day.